Main class initialization. Hello everyone, today we're going to initialize the main class obviously, and let's get started. So I write def main, and let's first initialize the game. So I write pygame dot init, then pygame dot mixer dot init. And why we initialize mixer is in order to be able to play music inside our game. So let's actually pass now the music file to our game. So I'll write pygame dot mixer dot music dot load, and here we need to define the file name, which is in our configuration file. So here is cfg dot bgm path, which is actually our music file. Then let's write pygame dot mixer dot music dot set underscore volume, and here's how you actually set the volume, and the volume will be 0.4 of the current volume that the user has set his speakers on. Okay, so this is how you set the volume if you did not know. Then let's write pygame dot mixer dot music dot play, and here you can set obviously loops and so on, but I will simply set it to -1 when we play it. Now the next thing we will do after we initialize the game is to set the screen. So I write screen equals pygame dot display dot set mode, and here I will use again the cfg file, which is the screen size. So this is how we set the screen size, and then I write pygame dot display dot set caption, and here I will just use the title, which is skier game. This is basically what will be written on your window once you launch the game. Now after that we would like to display the start interface. So I write show start interface, you can see it here, and now we can pass the screen value that we already defined, and also the screen size, which in our case will be equal to the cfg dot screen size. I noticed one thing, guys, that here we're getting an error, and this is because here in the update I had to add one more bracket, and now this error here will disappear. So now if you want to check actually what you have so far, let's write the run function. So I will go out of this main class just for a second and write if name is equal to main. So if the name of the function is equal to main, then we will run the main function, right? So this is actually a standard line in Python in order to run your main class. So let's run this file game6 now, and let's see if we're gonna see our main screen. So when I press OK here, you can see that we can see the skier game, and then press any key to start. Obviously when I press any key, I'm exiting the game because we need to define more functions, in particular what is happening when we press any key. Okay, what screen is going to be shown in that case. But for now, if you've seen this, very good job, which this means that this is quite good, you know, you coded quite correct until now. Let's add some more parameters now. I will first add skier, and this will be a new object from the skier class. So here we'll call the skier class, okay, and now we have a skier. Now we need to create obstacles. So we'll create obstacle 0, and this will be equal to create obstacles, and we will pass, obviously here there are three parameters, but since the num is predefined, we will just write s and e. So s will be 20, while e I will set it to 29. Okay, and then I will create obstacles 1, which will be equal again to create obstacles, and here s is going to be 10, while e is going to be 19, and again the num is predefined. Then let's now write obstacles flag, and I will set this to 0 at this time. Then I will create the final obstacle, so obstacles will be equal to add obstacles, and then we need to write the 0 or the x and the y positions of our obstacles in order to add them inside our game. So here I'll write obstacle 0 and obstacle 1. Actually we already created them, so we don't need to change these names here. And then I will set the clock, which will be equal to pygame dot time dot clock, so we use a clock class here. And then I will create a variable called distance, which will be equal to 0 at first. Then let's create a score variable, which will also be equal to 0 at first before we start scoring, and then the speed will be from 0 to 6. Okay, so it will be 0 and 6 depending on how we're moving, so this will be actually equal. And later you will see how we use these parameters in our functions in order to run the game successfully. But you know guys, that's everything for now. We successfully created our game parameters, and in the next video we're going to create the main while loop. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.